Hello everyone! This is the Spring 2024 ASG Informational video. This is the video you're required to watch in order to submit your ASG application. After this video, you can fill out the application form and send it on to us to show your continued interest in the 2024 ASG team. Thank you all so much for clicking on this and for your interest in being a part of the team. My name is John Grady and I'm the 2023-2024 ASG Chief Justice. Just to let you know, this video will include a quick overview of what ASG is, different responsibilities and roles, as well as various information you should know for the application period. If you have any other questions by the end of this video, please feel free to reach out and email me. Let's get into it. So, what is Associated Student Government, or ASG? Well, it's the student government and programming board on campus. We're funded by the student activity fee and comprised of both elected and appointed students. We advocate for student issues and financially support various campus services. We also facilitate communication between student organizations and serve as the official student voice to the administration. Basically, we are your voice on campus. You represent the students as fellow students. As you see here, this is the ASG mission statement. I just want to provide this so you understand as a member of ASG what all exactly we try to live up to and excel on campus. So, the Associated Student Government serves the University of San Diego undergraduates as official representatives who promote opportunities for growth and expression, address student issues, and enrich a diverse, inclusive, and engaged community. So, now that you know our mission statement, and now that we know you're interested in applying, what does ASG look like? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we have this amazing organizational chart to show you. For those of you unaware, ASG is split into 4 branches: the Executive, the Legislative, Judicial, and the Torero Programming Board. Each of these branches is chaired by one individual person, being the President for the Executive, Speaker of the Senate for the Legislative, the Chief Justice for the Judicial, and the Torero Programming Board Chair for TBB. All members of ASG fall into one of these 4 branches, with a few overlaps here and there, such as the parliamentarian being a part of the Judicial but serving on Legislative. Please look at this chart, understand who you'd be working with, who would be above you, who would be below you. One thing to know is, while yes, there are different levels, that does not mean we think anyone is above each other. This just shows the organizational flowchart to understand who's in charge of other people on the team. So what are the requirements for ASG? Well, you must be enrolled in a minimum of 12 units here at USD, and you must have a minimum of a 2.5 cumulative GPA. You also must watch this video that you should be watching right now and complete the elections packet, which includes the application and degree work screenshot. Academic senators must also be declared in a major of the college for which they represent. For example, to be a senator of College of Arts and Science, you could be a history major. You also cannot hold 2 or more ASG positions at one time. For example, you cannot be in TBB and be a senator at the same time. Okay. As mentioned before, here's a list of all the open positions available in this election and application season. To start, senator positions available include 10 residential senators, which is 2 Vistas, 1 Pacific Ridge UTA PTA senator, 1 Manchester senator, 1 SAP senator, 1 Camino and Founder senator, 1 Maher, 1 Valley A, 1 Valley B, and 1 San Buen senator. It also includes 7 commuter senators, which represent any student who is not actively living in one of those 10 residential areas, as well as 7 at-large senators who represent the entire student body, and 6 academic student senators, comprised of 1 senator from the School of Engineering, 2 from the School of Business, and 3 from the College of Arts and Science. Besides senators, we also have other elected positions, which include our president and vice president, also available in the spring election. And on top of that, we even have appointed positions available, which include the finance chair, controller, chief of staff, and public relations chair on the executive branch, 5 associate justices on the judicial branch, and 14 members of the Torero Programming Board, which includes the TBB chair, 3 vice chairs, 8 event coordinators, 1 marketing coordinator, and 1 graphic designer. So while we're here, I just want to give you a quick rundown of what your responsibilities would be. Since most of you are possibly applying for a Senate position, this is just going to be a quick overview of your responsibility as senators. So, as an ASG senator, you represent your constituents and hold 6 weekly office hours. This is just a time for you to be in the office to answer questions and work on ASG work as needed. You also meet bi-weekly with your ASG advisor and attend the weekly Senate meetings during Thursday dead hours, which is from 12 to 2, as well as any weekly committee meetings you may have. You also will volunteer at and support ASG events and activities, such as any election event we have or any of the various activities and events throughout the semester. Additionally, you will attend any mandatory retreats or training. On top of that, there's further opportunities as committee and coordinator opportunities. So, on a committee and as a coordinator, you oversee and organize initiatives from your committee. You provide weekly updates to the Senate on committee projects and initiative. Essentially, every senator is in a committee, and there's one senator who is the committee coordinator or chair, who just oversees that committee. It's a little bit more of a responsibility, but you also do get further connection to those members on your team and just further progress on what's going on behind the scenes that isn't discussed possibly every week. So just to list those out, there's the Academics Committee, the Student Orgs Committee, the IDEA Committee, which stands for Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Accessibility, and there's also the Student Life Committee, which includes two different positions under that as well, as the Health and Wellness Coordinator and the Sustainability Coordinator. Additionally, there's also an Athletics Coordinator. Now, for those of you who aren't applying to be a senator, there are also still various opportunities and involvement actions that you can do within ASG. Your responsibilities will vary depending on what you apply as, but you will also additionally hold office hours. For any exec member, it is 10 office hours a week on top of your exec meetings and being a non-speaking member at Student Senate. TBB members are required to attend TBB events and meetings, as well as all the various activities and responsibilities that go with planning and running and organizing all the TBB events on campus. If you have any further questions about the responsibilities of ASG members, or maybe you're wondering about a position that wasn't directly covered in a slide, please refer to our elections website for more detailed job descriptions. This can be seen at the sandiego.edu Associated Student Governments, as well as the sandiego.edu Turo Programming Board. Essentially, everything you need to know is up on our website and in our bylaws. So please take a look at that, read through, see what your responsibilities and role would be. Everything's up there. Feel free to take a look. And if you have any other questions, as I mentioned various times, please feel free to email me. Really quick, just a keyword here, bookshelf. If you look at the application, you'll see a question asking you what the keyword was from the video. At that question, please input bookshelf as the answer. This is just done to show that you actually did watch the video through and through and that you were paying attention. It's really just a way to see that, you're not just doing this on a whim and like skimming through. It shows that you're actually watching the required informational video. That's really it. So please just be aware. The keyword is bookshelf. So, as you're all probably wondering, is there any perks to being a part of the ASG team? Well, there certainly is, and perhaps the best perk of them all is being able to impact experiences. You may plan an event that brings people together and change their view about campus, or others that could carry with them for the rest of their lives. It's incredibly moving and humbling to know that what we do creates lifelong memories for others. You can do so in any way you can imagine, be it programming or legislating through ASG. You are capable of creating a profound impact on campus and uplifting students. This provides an excellent leadership opportunity as well as changing the lives of students, and it also provides professional development opportunities. The sky really is the limit. Additionally, you are allowed to be in the know as a student on campus. That's one of the greatest perks. As an ASG member, you have the opportunity to connect with university administrators and undergraduate students and learn what's going on behind the scenes. As a TV member, you are privy to know about who the headliner is for concert and who the guest lecturers will be. As always though, with great power comes great responsibility and great secret keeping. So, if you want to be in the know and you want great leadership opportunities, this is your place. Lastly, but certainly not least, there is a work service award as well. We are not paid hourly for our work on the team, but there is a work service award for those who qualify. This award will be added to your student account and can reduce cost up to a certain amount on your tuition. This amount can also vary depending on the position that you apply and achieve, and can be used for various means across campus. Here's the election timeline. Virtual informations would be this video. That goes out on March 4th, and you are required to watch it by March 31st in order to submit your application, also due the 31st of March. It's very important that the application gets submitted by its due date, which again is March 31st at midnight. We realize that this runs through spring break. It is on you to submit the application during break if that is the time in which you work on it. Please note, late applications may not be accepted. Next, after we get all the applications, we will verify and approve the candidates. This is just a quick background check to make sure that everyone who is applying, for example, College of Arts and Science Senator, actually qualifies for that position. It's just really quickly making sure that you do qualify, and you will be notified shortly after that you have been approved. This will take place April 1st. Starting then, right after being approved, there will be a campaign period from April 1st to April 10th. This is your time to get your word out there, promote yourself on campus, talk to the students about who you are and what you're trying to achieve. Really, it's just trying to encourage people to get out there and vote for you for whatever reason you feel qualifies you for this position. Then, on April 8th, there will be a primary voting as necessary. This will be done in the case of 3 or more people applying for president. Following primary vote, there will also be a debate between our final 2 candidates for presidency. Then, April 5th through April 16th is our 48-hour voting window. This will be done online at mysandiego.edu through the ASG Elections dropdown. If you are a new student who hasn't seen this before, we are more than happy to answer questions on how you get there if you come to the ASG offices. After the 48-hour voting window, the ASG election results will be announced. All elected individuals will be required to attend the ASG training date, which is May 4th, so please mark your calendars. If there is an issue with this date, let us know. We can work around it, but training is still very much important to attend. Additionally, May 9th will be the swearing in. This is a time to recognize the new members of our team who will be coming in, and just a way to acknowledge, you did it, you got here. It is also a mandatory event. If you cannot make it, again, please let us know, but you will have to be sworn in likely next semester then. Additionally, here's the appointed position timeline. So if you're not going for an elected position, but rather an appointed, the application and virtual information video are still open March 4th, but the application is due April 11th. It is the same application link, it simply will stop having the availability for elected positions once the elected position timeline closes. April 15th through April 24th will be the appointed position interviews. At this time, you'll be interviewed by a small group of students of the current ASG team and the new ASG team of the elected positions to see who is qualified for these positions. Any appointed positions are also required to attend the May 4th ASG mandatory training and the May 9th swearing in. One quick question, just to make sure that is presented, is you may apply for an elected and appointed position. However, if you do not get an elected position, you may still apply for an appointed position afterwards. Please just note that the due dates for the elected and appointed positions are different, and after those dates, no applications will be accepted. So you're aware, it is your responsibility to know all rules and regulations that relate to campaigning and the election process. These can be found in the ASG election bylaws, which are posted on our website. USC posting policy is strict. Please know and understand this. So, really quickly, just want to go over some general questions that we get every year during the election period. So, if you are elected as an academic senator and switch your major to a different college, will you lose your position? No, you will be allowed to finish the year in that elected position. However, if you apply as a residential senator and then switch your residency, you will be required to withdraw your applicant. Will you be compensated for being on ASG? Absolutely. On top of all the various perks I mentioned before, there is the Work Service Award, which I mentioned. This will be for most ASG positions, including senators. There's not a guarantee on any specific allotment amount, but it does help reduce tuition and cost all along campus. Finally, can you appeal the results? Absolutely. Please see the election bylaws for the full details. Please note that appeals must be submitted to the Chief Justice, that being myself, no later than 3 school days after the election. No, 3 school days, not 3 days, 3 academic days. If you have any questions regarding an election appeal, please see the bylaws or email myself. Thank you. Additionally, if you have any further questions, please feel free to email myself at asgchiefjustice@sandiego.edu. Any questions are welcome. I'd be more than happy to answer and provide information on anything I can help you with. Good luck to you all. I hope you have a great rest of the semester, and I look forward to seeing you all apply. Finally, before you go, please follow us, Instagram, TikTok, and other social media at USD_ASG and USD_TVB. This is the best place you can get information and news and updates from ASG, as well as just some fun skits and videos and a way to stay involved with us as we go through the election process. Thank you.